Brittany, hi, Jim Delapon here. I would like to give you some video feedback on your background. It's not a background that puts your character like on a surface, and ideally you want to place him in an environment. So this is kind of like just a texture. So I'll show you how we can work with that. All right. So I see here that you have your background, and it is exactly the size of the document. So what I'm going to do is duplicate that layer by hitting Control J. As long as that layer 3 is active, I'll hit Control J. That duplicates the layer. All right. Actually, let me undo that. Let me Control Z that. What I'm going to do is click and drag that up. All right, straight up. So I'm using the Shift key so that it goes straight up, and then I'll place it somewhere around here. Okay. Then I'm going to duplicate it. Then hit Control J. Then, with the top layer active, I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, Flip Vertical. Okay, that turns it upside down. I don't think it really will matter that much because it's a texture. All right, now I'm going to take this layer here and drag it down, and I'm holding down the Shift key as I drag. I don't know why the Shift key's not working here. All right, so this is basically a mirror image of it, and then turned upside down. Now I'm going to hit Control A, and I'm going to edit, crop the image. I'm sorry, image crop, right? Because now, because this document, that all those pixels are way outside the border, and I want to keep them inside. So now, with that layer active, the top layer active, this one here, I'm going to hit Control. I'll hit, let's see, Edit, Transform, Perspective. That's what I'll do. Right now, I can pull this bottom left or right out. What is going on here? Well, that's not what it's supposed to do here. That should only, go here. Edit, Transform, Perspective. Yeah, now it's working. I don't know why it wasn't before. So now I'm going to hold down the no keys and then hold, drag out the bottom left or right bounding box, and that kind of pulls it out. So it's perspective, and it gives the illusion of a floor. All right. Again, in this case, it's a texture, so you really wouldn't see it too well. All right, but it is different. Now what we'll do is we'll change the surface value or color. I can go to, oh, you have photo filter on here. Oh, that's what it is. You have photo filter on that background. That's why the color look different. Well, you could do that. But I'll just, since I duplicated it, the photo filter was only on one. So yeah, that's, I mean, that can work. I mean, you could basically change that color filter to be anything you want. Right? You do a cooling filter, although it's not that apparent. So what I'm going to do is just disregard. I'm going to throw that out. And I will go to, let's see, I'm going to go to the top one and hit Control L for levels. And then I'll darken it. All right, so I'm darkening the background. Yeah, that looks weird. You know what I'll do? I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to change the color. All right. So I'm going to change the color of the top portion by going to giving it a hue saturation adjustment layer. And then if I change the hue, it'll change the color. Okay. So this is not the best background to work with here. So you can make it darker, just so there's some kind of variation here, some difference. Okay. Now, with regards to the shadow, it looked like you hit the bottom part, but I think you need both. But, all right, so that's that. The text is too close to the edges. I would just pull that in a little bit. So by holding the Alt key and clicking on the middle bounding box on the left or right, you'll pull it in towards the center point. Okay. I'm not too crazy about that text, but all right, so I think that's what you need to do to put him on a surface, okay? I hope that helped. A few tips here. All right,